Hello, thanks for checking out my second video blog post. I'm really happy that you're visiting my channel. Today I want to talk to you about something that's really dear to my heart. It's something that I'm very passionate about, and that is creative expression towards stress management or for stress management, which is actually what I'm going to be talking about at my dad's college. I believe I shared in the first video that I'm going to be speaking at his school, and he's putting together this night with his colleagues all about stress management. And while there's many things that I think help to manage stress, particularly meditation is a really powerful tool that I try to utilize every day, although I don't do it every single day, but I do make strong attempt to start my morning off with at least 15 minutes of meditation. So that is a powerful tool, but the thing I'm going to talk about today is something that I don't think many researchers on, talking about stress reduction really talk about, and that is creative expression. This is so powerful, and this is something that I'm just starting to explore myself. I think for many years I really didn't explore my creative side. Even though I was in choirs and I did musical theater when I was in high school, but I don't feel that I really explored my creativity. My spiritual teacher, Alfonso de Rose, he recently said something really powerful, and that was, that you can sing and dance and do it in a completely non-creative way, and you can do something like scrubbing the toilet and do it in a creative way. So creativity is really just about bringing this powerful energy to whatever you're doing. It's about harnessing this innovative energy, these ideas that are flowing through you, and putting it fully into whatever project you're working on or whatever task you're doing. And so this is really powerful stuff. For me, I just started to explore my creative side more in the last year. When I went to Thailand, I was teaching English, and I was bored most of the time because I was alone in a small little town where pretty much no one spoke English. So I had a lot of free time on my hands, and I began writing. I began keeping a blog, and I just fell in love with writing. I never knew that I loved it at all. I did it for papers in school, but I never explored it. I was never that person who kept a journal. I always hated keeping journals. So I just figured, I'm not a writer. And before I knew it, I had a blog. I was writing for a few different websites. I was published in a travel magazine in this last year. Now I'm working as a content writer. It's crazy. It's just kind of taken on a life of its own. And also I've really started to explore singing. I love singing, and I always loved singing, but it's just been in the last year that I'm really putting energy into that. I'm singing all the time, from the time I wake up till the time I go to bed. Music is flowing through me. I'm taking guitar lessons, and who knows what's going to come from that. I've really liked dancing recently. I've attended some free-flowing creative dance classes, which are really kind of weird but really fun. And basically my message today is to just tell you to find something that you love to do that can become a creative outlet for you, that can become a way that you relieve your own stress. I was watching Elizabeth Gilbert's TED Talk recently. She's my favorite author. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love. She's just an amazing writer. And her TED Talk is called Your Elusive Creative Genius. I highly recommend it to anyone that has 20 minutes of free time, because it really was a really powerful message. It was all about how this creative energy is really all around us, and it's not reserved for any one person. She was talking about people throughout history that we really, as a culture, as a society, have idolized for their creative talents. You know, Monet, Shakespeare, the Beatles, Michael Jackson. These are really these archetypes, and we've given these people so much credit for their creative pursuits. And it's not to say that they weren't talented, but what she was talking about was that it wasn't any more their energy than it is ours, because it's really this elusive creative energy that these people just knew how to harness. They knew how to let it flow through them. And so that means that it's not just reserved for some people. It's here for all of us. And it's really just about allowing it to flow through us. And I've definitely experienced this as a writer because, and I think many writers can relate to this, sometimes you're having a hard time trying to be creative, thinking of something to write. But if you just sit down and write, before you know it, something takes over and you have these ideas just moving through you. You're like, wow, where did that come from? It's pretty powerful. And I've definitely experienced that with singing too. Sometimes I've been performing more recently than I ever have in my life, and I find that if I'm able to get out of the way and not be so stuck in my head about, oh, what are people thinking? Do they think I sound okay? And all these stupid thoughts that really block creative flow. If I'm able to get that out of the way, something really powerful takes over, and people are truly touched by the music because it's not about me. And at the end of the day, creative pursuits, they're not about you. You're creating for something bigger. Even if you don't believe in God, something is moving through you and wanting to bring forth something out of you. So I just want to encourage you today to find something that you love to do, whether it's dancing, singing, playing piano, playing guitar, sewing, making films, whatever it is, origami, I don't know. Find something that you love and put everything into it. Put the good and the bad, all those emotions that are stored inside of you. Maybe you're not even aware of them, but just harness all of your energy into whatever you're doing. And who knows, you might just end up becoming the next Michael Jackson or the next Picasso. You never know. So God bless you, and I will see you again soon.